under the gun. He was working for the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
Wolverton, Seeley, Bolin, Doc, you're with me.
But Seeley knew if he got a job at another law enforcement agency, his salary would be considerably higher. Eventually, money won out.
How much more did you make when you came to help your day?
I'd say approximately probably about $3,000 more, if not a little more than that.
Pretty good incentive.
Yes, sir.
Jumping ship can mean a pretty good jump up. A Polk County deputy with 4 years' experience makes about $28,000. If he lands a job in Lakeland, he would make about $33,000 bucks, $5,000 more a year. That has a lot of deputies up and running. Just this year, 45 deputies have left the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Many of them have gone to the Lakeland Police Department. Next month, another 6 will be Lakeland bound. They just keep leaving.
And it's almost reached crisis proportion.
In an almost... They're also... Rights. I truly feel that the Sheriff's Department is in need of a salary increase. If there's anything I can do to assist in changing this, please let me know. The sheriff says things will only change if Polk County commissioners give him $2.5 million to bring salaries up to par.
Our problem is in a pay system in where there is a beginning salary, and it takes 20 years to get to the top salary, $10,000 more.
So the budget battle lines are drawn, according to the sheriff. Pay higher salaries or continue to lose deputies to departments that will. In Lakeland, Ken Suarez, Fox 13 News.
Before themselves went on a shooting rampage. Since then, law enforcement agencies all over the country have been trying to prepare for and prevent similar scenarios. Tonight, News Channel 8's Jennifer Lee takes us to Lakeland, where officers are hoping training will help them escape trouble.
We got a call on 911 advising a student with a gun, and then they hung up.
It's the kind of call cops never want to have to respond to.
We got shots fired.
Gunfire at a school, students armed, students wounded.
Oh, don't get on me.
This time it's just a drill, a training exercise for Lakeland police, but it's modeled after problems that already plague the nation.
We know that in Columbine that there was explosive devices and several weapons, and this would be similar to that incident, and so we figure if they can handle and manage through this one, which I'm sure that they will, that most situations will do real well.
Everybody I called out, let's go.
If teen suspects really did have classmates captive, the SWAT team and hostage negotiators would play key roles.
Better back off, I got a hostage right here. Help me! I got a hostage.
It's a scenario that may seem remote, but to the school resource officers who work with the kids every day, it's a looming fear.
I enjoy working with the students, as of all the SROs do. We enjoy working with them, but we also have to think, realistically that something could happen.
Students also know it could happen and think about it all the time.
You always got to expect the worst, but you have to know how to handle it when it happens. And I think this is good training for students also, not only the police officers.
2 suspects shot, 2 suspects in custody. Cuff him.
They train because if they're not ready, the good guys don't always win. In Lakeland, I'm Jennifer Lee, News Channel 8.
This has changed. Last year there was Columbine. Then just last week there was a school shooting in Washington State. That's why the department says the time to get ready is now.
Within 30 minutes, the SWAT team storms in. And 40 minutes after the first shot is fired, the hostages are free, the gunman down in defeat.
It could happen. Anything's possible, and we saw that with Columbine.
Of course, no elaborate training scenario will ever match a real-life situation.
The more times that we run them through, even a mock scenario, typically the better they do in a real-life scenario.
And officers hope this is as real as it gets. In Lakeland, I'm Lena Lai, 10 News.
So how did the officers do? Well, according to those in charge, pretty good at first glance, but the